friends, welcome back to my channel. We're here today for day 5. Day 5 of list challenges for Caribathon. I was a little confused for a moment about what day we were on, but now we're back. So list challenges, day 5, we're talking about the letter I. We're going through the hashtag Caribathon. And so we did the hashtag number sign, we did letter C-A-R. Now we're up to letter I. So we're talking about titles that begin with the letter I or the word I. And we have 10 titles. Some of them are novels, a couple of them are not. Let's see what those titles are. First title is I, Tituba, Black Witch of Salem by Maurice Condé. Have you read that book? I haven't yet read it, but we are planning to read it for the Run Right Reads book club in a couple of months. So if you'd like to read it with me, join us. Join us. The book club, we're always open. We're always looking for new members to share experiences of reading Caribbean books. So yeah, read that book with us if you haven't yet read it. I haven't, so I don't get a point, but you can. You get a point if you've read it. So yeah, that's the first title that begins with the letter I. Next up is It So Happened, Stories by Timothy Callender, which I haven't read. I actually didn't hear about this book until I saw it on the Bocas Lit Fest list or nomination for books that changed our lives, Caribbean books, of course. And yeah, I haven't yet read it, haven't read anything by this author, but I'd like to. So if you've read it, give yourself a point. In Another Place, Not Here by Dion Brand also begins with the letter I. I haven't read it. If you have, give yourself a point. In the Heat of the Day by Michael Anthony is another title that starts with the letter I. I've read some things by Michael Anthony. Can't remember the titles right now, but I haven't read this one. I'm Becoming My Mother by Lorna Goodison. Lorna Goodison is a Jamaican author, and her memoir of her family's life from Harvey River is profound. It's one of my favorite books from Jamaican perspective, and I highly recommend that one. So I want to read more from Lorna Goodison. She's a very prolific writer from Jamaica, and she chronicles a lot of the Jamaican experience. So check out her writing. But no, I haven't yet read this one. If you have, you get a point. Earl Lovelace has written a lot of things, and one of those titles is It's Just a Movie, and I haven't yet read it. I want to read more books, more writing from Earl Lovelace. So if you've read it, you give yourself a point as well. I'm intrigued by this title. I Is a Long-Memoried Woman by Grace Nichols. I haven't yet read. Let me know if you have. It Begins with Tears by Opal Adisa Palmer. I haven't yet read, but if you have, you get a point. In the Castle of My Skin by George Lamming. We read this one for the book club last year, so if you've read it, you get a point too. In the Time of the Butterflies by Julia Alvarez is probably one of the most well-known Caribbean works, and it talks about life in the Dominican Republic and the dictatorship under Trujillo. I've read this one. I think we read it for the book club last year too. Yeah, we did. So I've read it several times. But yeah, give yourself a point if you've read this one, because a lot of people have. So yeah, those are 10 titles from Caribbean authors, 10 Caribbean books that begin with the letter I or the word I. Let me know in the comments down below how many of these you've read, or if you want to read them now because you've seen them mentioned here. Or of course, if you want to read I, Tituba, Black Witch of Salem by Maurice Condé when we read it for the book club in a couple of months, let me know as well. So if you have other titles from Caribbean authors that begin with the letter I, you want to challenge me, challenge other readers, drop those titles in the comments down below as well, and we'll talk about them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Please share it with someone else who you think might enjoy doing list challenges for Caribathon. And until we come back for another video, happy reading. Bye. And In the Time of Butterflies by Julia Alvarez. This